guys, welcome to ballet class. We have lots of technique stuff today. I figured out how to put in clips from CLI Studios. CLI is a online dance education tool for teachers to use in their studios for their students. I subscribe to this, I pay for it every month, and I'm excited to be able to share it with you guys. I'll share some pieces that I think will help us, things that I think are interesting, things that I like the way that they're being explained. So today you're going to start off with a ballet warm-up by Caitlin Kinney, who I really like. Luna is squawking her brains out. You just need a chair to use as your bar at home. I really like how she explains a lot of things. She goes into the basics, and I think she does a really good job of explaining why the basics are so important. So I encourage you to really listen to everything that she says. We will probably do this warm up more than once in the next few weeks. I really just want you to listen to everything that she has to say and enjoy it. We didn't have time to add on to your dance today, but we do review what we had done in the last video. I put in a clip of there just so you could review it and stay fresh. But I hope you enjoy this. Work hard. It's going to be a hard one, but I hope you get stuff out of it, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys.
I'm Caitlin Kinney, and today we're going to be doing a super basic beginner ballet bar. Keep in mind, the reason that you take ballet, and if you're wondering, I don't know why I have to take ballet, because my mom tells me I have to. It's the foundation of all dance. But the real question is how and why is it the foundation? And it is because through repetition. Through repetition, we gain habit. And our goal as dancers is to train our bodies to have our technique be habit, so we don't have to think about lengthening your knees and pointing your toes and keeping your shoulders down and back and your ribcage melting down and all these things that have to do with technique. Once we step on stage, that has all become habit, and our brains are free to become artists. So let's go to the bar. We're going to do super basic stuff. First, we're just going to do some simple roll-throughs of the feet in parallel. First thing, I want you to find a kind of cool muscle. It's one of my favorite ones. It's called your peroneus longus muscle. I call it, to the little ones, the anti-sickle muscle. It's this muscle that keeps our foot from doing that awful, terrible thing. And if you place your hand on the outside of your calf right here, you can actually feel this. And when you point and wing your foot, you should feel a little muscle pop out. That muscle, your peroneus longus, runs all the way, connects here, runs all the way down underneath your ankle bone and goes underneath your foot. And that is that muscle that helps our feet wing and not sickle. So let's go to the bar. We're going to stand parallel. We're going to have demi-point. When you go to your demi-point, make sure that the ankle isn't sinking to the outside, that most of the weight is on that big toe. From there, you're going to press all the way up over the tip of your toe, not crunching, don't crunch. Tip of the toe, demi, and a down. A 1, 2, up, 3, 4, down, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do that twice through. From there, we're just going to do 4 quick little smack downs. We're going to do a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, plie, releve, plie to the left. We have a demi, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Plie, releve, hold, hold. We're going to balance in parallel, really watching. If you can, do this directly facing a mirror so you can see what's happening with your ankles, because you want those ankles coming in to try to be kissing as you're in that parallel releve. We're going to slowly lower with our hands off the ground, making sure we don't plop. Slowly lower all the way down, rolling up our lower abs, rib cage melting down. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, I forgot. From there, we're going to hold for a balance for 8, slowly lower for 8. We're going to plie. We're going to turn out. We're going to do the whole thing in first position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, twice through. All right, let's give it a go. 7, here we go. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling all your toes articulating. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 snap downs. We have 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Plie, releve. Slowly lower it down to the left. So simple. Feel each toe spreading out as wide as possible. Try to do this without shoes if you can, so you can see all your toes. We go up, making sure that ankle is breathing in and not sickling. Demi, and down. 4 quick. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. We're going to go plie, rise up, and we lower for a 1, a 2. So slow, keeping that control. Try not to touch the bar. Good, let's plie. Take it to first. Feel those inner thighs rotating forward. We have a demi. Making sure that your peroneus longus is working so that foot isn't sickling. 1, 2, press. 4 little stomps. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and plie, releve, plie. Here we go to the left. And a demi, and press. Make sure you're giving some attention to that supporting side, making sure that we're not sinking or letting our hips get away from us. Those hips are directly over our standing leg. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We have plie, releve. Let's just take a nice balance and hold. Feel your lower abs rolling up, slowly lower. Shake it out. Nice job. All right, guys, so next we're going to do plies. Plies are so important. Use them for everything. They're your jumps, your turns, your travel, they're your transition. Most important thing about plies is that our knees are over our toes. The reason being, if the knees aren't, we don't have one point of force going into the ground and our legs are weak. So we're going to start in 6th position. We're just going to take a demi, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, plie, 2 first. So simple. Demi, 2 up, 3, 4, demi, 5, 6 up, 7, 8, plie, 2 up, 3, 4, lower, 5, 6, tendu, 2 second. Demi and stretch, the demi and stretch, rising up, or plie, rise up, lower, tendu to 3rd. 1, 2 up, 3, 4 down, 5, 6 up, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, lower 5, 6, tendu 7 with the back leg, close 3rd position, left foot front. So we're going to go 6th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd with the right foot, 3rd with the left foot. Making sure in these plies that none of this business is happening and we're not twerking or letting our tailbone go out. You want that tailbone to go straight down. You don't want it to tuck and you don't want it to twerk. That happy spot right in the middle where you have a nice neutral pelvis. Okay, here we go. The other thing, maybe think of some imagery with it. Instead of plopping and squatting, think it's like peanut butter or something. So you have peanut butter on the way up. Or that you have a balloon in between your inner thighs and you're trying to squeeze it on the way up. That way we're actually using our muscles and we're not just letting momentum help us. All right, here we go. 7, here we go. And 1, 2, lower abs up. Make sure your hands are gently resting on the bar. And a demi, 2, up, 3, 5, 6, plie. We go 2 first. You have a 1, 2. Make sure those knees are tracking directly over your toes. We're not forcing our turn out. Inner thigh squeezing up, demi, up, hold, and a lower. 6, we tendu to 2nd. Here you go, demi, 1, 2, up, 3, 4, and a 5, 7, 8, plie. Find your balance. A lower. Tendu, we go to 3rd position with the right foot front. Here we go. 1. Inner thighs are squeezing and a demi. Your legs should already be shaking and working. Tendu with the back leg. We close 3rd position, left foot front. And a demi. Make sure the elbows are resting down by your sides. And a plie. Releve. Lower. We'll take a nice tendu back to 1st position and finish. You're done. Great. Moving on. Okay, so now that you just finished pliés, I'm sure hopefully your inner thighs are screaming a little bit. If you ever are having trouble figuring out how to get those knees over your toes, second position, always the easiest place to find it. So go to second position, take a demi-plié, and if you feel like your knees are hanging forward, imagine that your back is up against a wall and you have two balloons behind your knees and you're trying to press those balloons into the wall. That way, since your back is up against the wall, we can't be here, we can't be tucked, you just find that natural activation. And if you can find it in second, then just start transferring it through the other positions, keeping those knees pressing to the back wall, just tiny little pulses, and it will always be easiest to find. All right, let's move on to some tendus. We're going to start in first position, hands placed gently on the bar. And again, the whole reason we take ballet is to form habit. So it's so important that our tendus go to the same place every time. Otherwise, your body won't remember where your front, your side, and your back is. So I have my little things I like to call the magical lines of tendu. You have one that shoots out from in between your heels, one that comes off each big toe, and then one that shoots straight through the back. So on the front, your heel stays on the line. To the side, your toe, big toe, stays on the line. It doesn't go behind that or in front of that, right on that line. To your turnout, not your neighbor's, don't force it. And your heel stays on the line to the back. So from here, we're just gonna have front and close, front and close, front, lengthen, lengthen. See if you can test your balance. Tendu and close. Side and close. Side and close. Side. Lengthen. Lengthen. Close to the back and close. Back and close. Back. Lengthen. Lengthen. Close. Out. Close. Out. Close. Out, we lower our heel down. We transfer our weight to our right leg. So our right leg is now our supporting. Left leg is working. We close. We repeat the whole thing left. Two quick, one slow. Front, side, back. Then we have side and close, side, heel lowers. Alternate, close. How you doing? Good? All right, let's try it. Here we go. We have a front, close. Front, a close. Front, lengthen, lengthen, find as much length in your legs, and close. We go side. Right on your magical line, trying to keep both hips even. Side. Lengthen, lengthen. Close. We go to the back. Make sure that leg is crossing behind you to give you the longest line possible. Lengthen, lengthen. Close. We have side, close, side, close, side. Our heel lowers. We transfer to the left. Front, close. Front, close. Making sure the weight stays in the balls of the feet. Close, left, side, side, and a side. Lengthen, lengthen. Close to the back. Close. Making sure your hips are staying square. We're not releasing in that pelvis. That hip flexor is reaching forward. And we have side, close, side, close, side, lower, tendu, close. Let's rise up and find a balance. Heels coming forward, lower tummy rolling up, rib cage melting down, sternum coming forward. And present. And finish. Okay, so we just did tendus. I hope they went well. Keep in mind, always so important that doing the same thing every time is the only way we create habit in our body. So even though it's a really simple combination, be so in tune to exactly what spot your foot is going to. If you want, draw those lines, draw the magical lines. See if you can get them to erase by the time you're done your tendus. Your tendu becomes your dégagé, which becomes your battement. Everything starts somewhere and then becomes something that we want to be great at in center. So we're going to do the exact same combination with dégagé. So it'll be a front and a close, and a front and a close. Front, let's take the hands to fifth and close. Side and close, side and close, side. Fifth, tendu, close. Back and a close, back and a close, back. Tendu, close. Out and a close, out and a close. Out, heel down, lengthen, close. To the left. Same thing, dégagé, disengage. It needs to snap and fly out, have as much energy as a battement would. It just so happens to stop at 45 degrees, and it needs to close softly. Never slam your heels closed, because then you're not using muscles, you're just using momentum. So imagine you have like a grape in between your heels, and you don't want to squish it. Okay, let's give it a go. 6, 7, here you go. We have front, close, front, accent that out. Out. Find your balance. Ooh, don't fall like me. And close. Snap. Soft. Snap. Soft. Snap. Find your balance. tendu, close. We go back, close, making sure that we're not chickening. Nothing like that is happening. And we have out, close, out, close, out, tendu, a lower, to the left, and a snap, close, snap. Lower tummy rolling up. Find your balance. Make sure the weight's in the balls of the feet to the side, side, close, side, close. And to the back, cross it behind you. Lengthen your knees. Feel your pelvis coming forward. Pinky toe reaching back. And we go side, close, side, close. Tendu, finish, and you're done. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do some ronde-jambes. And again, keeping in mind, what does a ronde-jambe become? Are you thinking about it? Are you thinking about it? Okay, a ronde-jambe becomes a fouette. It becomes a second turn, a fan kick, a renversé. This is what teaches your body how to have control on the supporting side while one leg is moving in a circular motion. So the most important leg in a ronde-jambe, believe it or not, is the supporting leg. Think about those maypoles. Have you ever seen those with the kids with the ribbons and they hop around the maypoles and they create this little weavy thing? If that pole did this, it would not be a very beautiful design at the end. So think that your supporting side is that maypole and your working leg is going to move freely around it without this moving. So we're going to have nice and slow from the front, lower tummy rolling up, rib cage melting down, sternum breathing forward. We become demi, snap. So that's 1, 2. We open 3, 4, 3, close 4, sorry. We go 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a slow for 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3, close 4. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We reverse it to the back. 1 and a 2 and a 3, close 4. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and a 4 and a 5, 6, 7 and a 8. Plie, releve. Slowly lower, we go to the left, yeah? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go front, we go back, then we do the whole thing. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close 8. Plie, releve, balance, and hold. So simple, but ronde-jambe's a hard motion to get. So imagine that you have an imaginary bubble surrounding your body called your kinesphere, right? And you want to touch the edges of that at any given moment. So if my ronde-jambe comes and my hips sink back, my leg gets shorter, and I'm no longer touching the edge of my magical bubble. So think without this side moving, that leg is trying to lengthen as far and as long away from you, keeping an even circle as you go around. All right, let's give it a go. And a 5. Lower tummy rolling up, shoulders down and out. Here we go. You have a 1. Snap. 3. Making sure you're closing on your line. 5, 6, 7. We go to the back. Back, feel your hip flexor pulling forward. Your doors are closing. Close. 7, 8 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. We plie. 1. Rising up, feeling your inner thighs spiraling forward like you're trying to get the backs of your thighs to come front and meet. We lower, and we go left. 1, 2, open 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7. Articulate your foot on the floor. Ooh, sorry. 4, my bad. Back. 6, 7, 8 for 4, and all the way around. 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8. We plie down, up, and just balance. Hang out here. Let's take the arms up. We're gonna open. Feel your elbows flip up, out, long, plie, finish. Nice job. All right, moving on. We're gonna do a couple simple sautés at bar just to get our feet warmed up in that feeling of ballon, how to get our booty off the floor. All right, so we're gonna start first position, facing the bar, a demi, releve, a demi, releve, demi, sauté, sauté, and stretch. Couple things I don't wanna see. any of this business where we're using the bar. The bar is just there for fun. It's not helping us. We're using our muscles to go down and up. We're like a spring. You want your knees to go directly over the toes. As soon as our pelvis releases, this right here, this is gonna get a little weird, but this is it is our powerhouse, yeah? Our core, it's the most powerful part on a human body. So if this happens, this disengages and we're losing all of that power. This right here is what will teach you how to jump. So really make sure that you are lifting. Literally think that someone's coming up with you like a stick right underneath your legs going, ha! And I promise you're gonna activate those pelvic floor muscles going like, ah! And it'll work a little better, okay? So plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, saute, and up. We're gonna do it twice through. Then after we go plie, tendu to second. We're just gonna do it in first and second. So in second, plie, releve, plie, saute, and plie, releve, plie, saute, tendu to first finish. Great. All I want you to think about is your feet and your booty, making sure that you're spiraling forward, tailbones are going straight down. Let's do it. And plie. And up. Making sure you're not dropping. I don't want to hear you land. And plie, plie. Done. Nice job. So I hope those jumps went well because we're probably going to revisit them without the bar. So keep in mind what you were thinking about, knees over toes, lower tummy rolling up. We're going to do some grand battements. Now I know it says grand, but I want you to keep in mind this is not about how high your leg gets because you know what? Anybody who's slightly flexible can do that and it means nothing. Dancers can do that, but with control and placement, and that's what makes us special and different. So go for that, not height. We're gonna start in first position. We're gonna put our hand on our hip. Our head's gonna look out. We're gonna go front and close, front and close, front, plie, releve, lower. Side and close, side and close, side, plie, releve, and lower. Back and close, back and close, back, plie, releve, and lower. Side and close, side and close, side, plie, releve, and hold. We're gonna balance. We're gonna come to susu. We're gonna soutenu. We're gonna lower first position left side. Front and a close, front and a close, front, plie, releve, and close. How are we feeling? Pretty good? Couple things about the back. Think about, real quick, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to think about it because I know I can't hear your response. But when you do a grand battement back, what part of your body moves first? Okay, well, for those of you who think it's your chest or your toe, wrong, right? Because if our chest moves, then our booty goes out, and we don't want our leg to be lifted from the back. The first thing you want to think about when you go back, believe it or not, is your pelvis going forward. So when you go back, instead of releasing, think, whew, this is coming up in front. That'll make sure that this leg stays locked and we don't shift our weight to our heel, because that doesn't work very well. So pelvis comes up and forward like you have a string, again, opposition always. You have a string on the front of your hip flexor pulling it forward and a string on your pinky toe pulling it back and away, and that opposition will give you stability. Let's give it a go. Hand lightly on the bar. Here we go. Snap, control, snap, control. Front, plie, releve. At any time, check that you're not squeezing this bar. Think that it's like the neck of a puppy and you don't want to kill it. Plie, releve. To the back hip flexors, forward and back. And a back, plie, rise up. Last time, side, side. Make sure you feel your hips shifting on your supporting side. Out, plie, releve, and hold. Let's balance, lower abs rolling up. Make sure you're not falling back in those heels and not sickling. And we're gonna susu. We're gonna soutenu. We're gonna lower left side. 6, shoulder down. Here we go. And a front and close. Front and close. Making sure the weight is staying in the balls of the supporting leg. And side and close. Hips are going right, rib cage going left. Plie. Up. Down we go. Back and in. Back and in. Back. Plie. Rise up. We go. Side and in. Again, it's not about height, it's just about control. Back, plie, rise up, find your balance. Lovely, let's soutenu, a plie. You're done. Guys, thank you so much for taking my beginner ballet bar. Most important thing about bar is finding alignment, and that's the hardest thing in dance, is to fine-tune your instrument, and it takes professional dancers later into their careers to really understand it. So go slow with it, take time. The only way you're gonna be able to find it is by playing around with your muscles, looking in the mirror, what's right, what's not. Thank you so much, I'll see you in center.
Hey girls, as you can see, I'm in my house, my apartment, and we're gonna do some bar work this morning. It might be a different time of day whenever you're watching this, but I am here at home, and we're gonna do some of our center bar exercises, all the ones that we normally do in the studio, but we are going to do them at home. So in the center, in the studio, usually we do them in the center. At home, you could grab a chair, you could do it against a counter, whatever you have, that maybe could give you a little bit of extra balance. I have my notes here. These are, again, all of the exercises that we normally do in class. So we'll just go through them. You'll be pretty familiar. You can put on any music that you want to put on. I have a little bit of music in the background that's not going to get this video taken off of the internet, but you can listen to whatever you'd like to at home. One last thing I'm going to grab is my coffee for between our exercises. So we're going to start with our, shockingly enough, our plies. And here he comes. Marcel will probably be making a few appearances in this video, but I'll try to make him not be distracting us. Okay, so we have our plies from first. We'll start in first position, and we will go forward. So we're in first position. Move back just a little bit. First position, we'll use our arms. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna plie and stretch. Demi-plie and stretch. We'll do one more and stretch, and we'll grand plie all the way down and up. Tendu to second. Adjust your feet. Grand plie down. 2, open. 3, 4, lift down and over. Third one, really push those knees out to the side. Here and up. Last one, squeeze your hips under you, under you, under you. Good. Now we're going to tendu to fourth. Make sure your heel and toe are in line. Demi-plie and stretch those knees. Demi-plie and stretch those knees. Lift, grand plie and up and open. Now tendu to fifth. We'll do 2 demi-plies here and demi-plie stretch. We'll do 1 grand plie down to the floor. Now we'll demi and susu. Demi and susu, pull up. And you can't see the top of my hands, but you want them close. And just hold. Up. And if you're ready, if you're still holding on to your support, you can bring it up to passe. Try not to let that hip sink in. I'm trying my best. Keep it up, 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 up. Hold it. And come down. Good. Now let's do the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Ready? We have demi-plie and stretch. Demi-plie and stretch. One more. Demi-plie and stretch. Now grand plie. And good. And tendu to second. And we grand plie down and up and open again. Grand plie here and up and open. 2 more. Really, when you're standing straight, make sure your legs are nice and locked. Last one and open, down, down. Good. Open here. Now we'll adjust to fifth. Really get a nice point on that foot. Demi-plie and stretch. Demi-plie and stretch. We'll lift and down and up and here. Tendu to fifth. Demi-plie. 2 demi-plies and 1 grand plie. Demi-plie. Good. And up and down and here. Good, now we demi and susu. And hold. Come off the bar. And once you feel prepped for it, bring it up to pasa and hold. And up. And down. I can't hold that side very long. Good job. All right, little sip of coffee. Okay, next we have our tendu from first. We're going to do, you guys know this exercise probably better than I do. We have tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, straighten, elevate, and down. So again, tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and elevate, and up. And we'll do it, 2 rounds each foot. Yeah, here we go. From first position, we'll use our arm reach, and here we have tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and up and down to the side. Tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and let's use our arm. Good, and to the back, we'll keep it second in this one. Tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and up. Last time to the side. Tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and up. Let's balance. And first, really get those heels high. Don't let your heels be low. Really press them up high. And balance. Really get all 10 toes on the floor. Try not to let your big toe come up. See how I'm doing that? Really press your big toe down into the floor. And come down. Good. Okay, other side. All right. I hope you found a nice spot where you're comfortable. Make sure you're still. Okay. Here we go. Other side for our tendus from first. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and releve, elevate, and down. We have tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie. We use our arm and open. Leave it second. Tendu flex, tendu close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and use your arm. And down. Last time to this side. Flex, side, close, tendu press, tendu twist, twist, close, plie, and use our arm, and let's hold it. Hold. It's so quiet. Good. And come down and plie. Make my background music here. It stops for 1 second. Okie dokie. Now we did our tendus from first, we've done our plies, we'll go through our tendus from fifth, and we're just going to do, okay, so remember this one. So we have 4 to the front, 1, a little bit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, then we have the side, 1 close front, 2 close back, 3 close front, 4 close back, then 4 to the back. 4 to the side again, starting with the closing in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 2. 1, 2, front and back. 1, 2, back and front. Now we have 1, 1, 1, 1. Switch feet. Back foot, front foot, plie, and straighten. So it's a set of 4, a set of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 singles, front side, back side. Then we use our switch feet and our switch feet again, plie and straighten. Okay, here we go. Let's follow along and let's see how we do. Okay, ready? Nice and tall, arm up and open. Here we go. We're in 5th position. Scratch that. Let's start over. Nice 5th position. Nice and tall, hips under you. Ready? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now close in front and back and front and back. Now to the back, hold your arm second. 3, 4, now close it back and front and back and front. Now 2, 1, 2, side front, side back, back and side close back, side close front. Now 1, 1, 1, 1. You switch feet, and plie, straighten. How'd you do? I did pretty good, I have to say. I remember my exercises a lot better when I'm not looking all around at you guys. I love giving corrections. I love seeing you guys in the room. So I miss that very much. Okay, here we go, other side. 2 sets of 4, 1 set, I'm sorry. 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, switch, play. Got it? Here we go. Open, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Side close front, side close back, side close front, side close back, now back. 2, 3, 4. Side close back, side close front, side close back, side close front. Now 2, 2, we close front and back. 1, 2, we close back and front, and we have 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. We switch feet, and plie, straighten. Cool. Okay. All right, we're gonna do our tablier. This is all about weight. It's about bouncing your feet off the floor, really getting sticky feet. Let me back up so you can see my feet more. Really sticky feet off the floor, really pointing your feet every time they either leave the floor or are approaching the floor. It's just so important in all of our dancing. So we have first position. We have 4 dégagés to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna brush, plie, brush, and close. So on that plie, I'm bending both legs. Plie here, and then brush there. So both legs are plie, and then you spring, really lock those legs fast, and close. Cool? We do front side, back side, plie. That's it, and then we switch sides. Cool? Here we go. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, brush, close, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, brush, close, and back. 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, brush, close, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, brush, close, plie. Good, easy, nice and fast. Let's do our other side. Ready, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, and brush, close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, and brush, close. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, and brush, close. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, plie, and brush, close. Plie. Good job. Another sip of coffee. Lovely. That's very delicious. Okay, we have done our pliés, we have done our tendues from first, we have done our tendues from fifth, and now we have done our tabliers. Next, we're gonna have dégagés from fifth, and we're just gonna do 8, 4, 2, 1. That's it, nice and simple. Remember, these are even numbers, so we're always gonna close in the direction that we came from when we're going to the side. Hope that makes sense. Here we go, ready, dégagés. Let's use our arm for this one, ready? So front, side, back, side. Alrighty, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We close front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We close back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now front. 2, 3, 4, and front. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 1, 1, 1. Plie. Good. I surprised you with those singles there at the end. That's okay. You're all super smart. Okay, here we go. Other side. 5, 6. We're here. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We close back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4. Now 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and plie. I messed up that little part at the end a little bit, but you got the idea. Okay. Wonderful. We have 3 exercises left. First one is our rond de jambe. It's going to be nice and slow. We're going to do front, side, back, side, and 2 rond de jambes. 1, 2, then we'll bring it through, lift it front, carry it side, 2, on the air, and close. Then we start back, 1, 2, 3, close, 1, and 2, lift it back, carry side, then we bring it to the front, lift, and close on either side, okay? I'm gonna start on this side. Here we go, 5, 6, 7, 8, we have 1, 2, 3, and close, 2 faster, 1, actually let's do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, now on this one we carry our front leg front, and side, and 1, 2, lift, and close. Good, now we start to the back. 2, 3, 4, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, we carry it back. Side, whoops, we carry it back. Side, around, lift, and plie. Good. Let's do the other side. Okay, ready? Really stretching those legs nice and long. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, and close again. 1. And we have 4, 2, 3, 4. We bring it front and side, and 1, 2, and close. Good. Now we start to the back. 1, 2, 3, and close. Now 4, fast. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now lift it back, and side, and front, and lift, and close. Good, very good. Next thing we have is our fondue, our good old favorite fondue. Unfortunately, not the fondue that you eat, our ballet step. Okay, so we're gonna have, we'll start in first position, 5, 6, 7, 8, fondue on 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, bring it up, 5, 6, 7, 8, plie, 1, 2, 3, 4, lift, 5, 6, 7, 8, we know this one. I know this is not a fun one, do not skip it, don't. I'll know if you skip it, don't do it. Okay, ready, 5. Again, I'm gonna start on this side. Here we go, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, knee all the way up, 3, 4, out, 5, plie, 6, up, 7, good, and 8, we have up 1. I really want to just focus on bringing this 7 up as high as you can, out 1, plie 2, lift 3, and close, and 8, up 1, 2, 3, 4, lift 5, 6, plie 7, I'm counting this a little bit incorrectly here, 7, and 8, we're up 1, 2, 3, 4, out 5, plie 6, up 7, plie 8, good. Not very easy, but nice and quick at least. If it's not going to be painless, at least it can be fast. All right, other side, 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, please, 6, lift, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, please, 6, lift, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, please, 6, lift, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, please, 6, lift, 7, 8. Wonderful. Good job. Now, we have our last exercise, our batmas. And our batmas, as you know, as we talk about, you really just want to think about brushing those feet off the floor. A lot of you guys have very nice flexibility. We know this. Turn this down a little bit. We know this to be true. Your flexibility is very nice, but we're still working on the technique of the feet and the legs being straight, turned out, feet pointed, ankles stretched, all that stuff. So these do not have to be high, especially at home, where you might not have like a whole ton of space. But yeah, I think it's enough to definitely keep working on that technique. All right, here we go. Ready? We're gonna do 4 in each direction. 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, up 2, up 3, good. See how mine are not high at all? Up 4, to the side. Now, obviously, 2, brush 3, up 4, good. I'm just going back and forth between using this and not using. 1, 2, 3, and 4, to the side, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Plie. Good. Other side. Ready? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, up 1, and down. Up 2, and down. Up 3, and down. Up 4. Other side. We have up 1, and down. Up 2, and down. Up 3, and down. Up 4, and down to the back. 2, 3, and 4. Good. To the side, almost there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Plie. Good job. We'll be doing these exercises every week. You'll see this video probably in most of your ballet classes. On some weeks, I'll add additional exercises that are similar, but every week will be a little bit different. So, good job. And yeah, on to the next thing. Okay, we are going to do a few things that will help us with our arabesques. So, for this exercise, you definitely want to have a chair. Okay. So, we're going to face whatever you're balancing on. Our feet are going to be in first position. Now remember, I'm not nearly as flexible as any of you guys are. So, be kind to yourselves and just try to get the positioning from me, okay? So we're in first position. I'm actually going to go to the corner so maybe you can see a little bit. So I'm in first position. I'm going to start with my supporting left foot. You can start with whichever one you want, just please do both sides, okay? So we're gonna tendu right behind yourself, right so it's in line with your spine. And you're just gonna lift it off the floor, just a little bit, about a foot off the floor. Okay, tendu and close. So let's just try 4 of those. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, tendu. And lift, tendu, and close again, tendu, and lift, and tendu, and close. Tendu and lift, tendu and close, tendu and lift, tendu and close. Now, because I was facing the corner, it wasn't very easy to see the line of my hips, but I really want you to make sure that when you do your tendu to the back, it's in line with your spine. In line with your spine, don't let it be out here. I'm wearing all black, so again, it's a little tricky to see. Right in line with your spine, okay? So now we're gonna add on to that a little bit. We have tendu, lift. So from here, we're going to do tendu lift. So you lift it a little bit. You're going to lift it 1, 2. You're just going to pulse it up 3, 4, and down. So it's tendu lift. Lift it a little more, and then pulse it 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that 4 times. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. We have tendu. Lift. Lift a little higher. Now we pulse it 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Tendu. Lift. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Tendu. Lift. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 1. Lift. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. Good. Let's try that on the other side, both of those things. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Start with just tendu. Lift, tendu, close. Tendu, lift, tendu, close. Tendu, lift, tendu, close, and tendu, lift, tendu, close. Now we have tendu, lift, lift, and pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and close. Tendu, lift, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and close. Tendu, lift, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, okay? 1, lift, lift, up, 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 up. Here. Good. Nice. Basic, but really starting to work those back, the glutes in the back, yeah? Good job. Okay, normally as part of our ballet class, we always do our wall stretches. So we're gonna leave time in this video for you to do them on your own. We're gonna do them for 3 minutes in each position. So for 3 minutes, facing the wall, always facing the wall. For 3 minutes, we're on our back, gravity stretch against the wall. So 3, our last one is on our elbows. For either holding it for 3 minutes or just, again, giving it 3 good attempts, coming down if it gets too intense. Okay, so I'm gonna put a timer on. Maybe you even get to watch Marcel. I will come to tell you when to switch between each stretch, okay? So right now, just get seated against the wall. Look, Marcel's getting ready against the wall. Yeah, get ready for a seated stretch and I'll tell you when to switch, okay? And go. Whoops. Okay, I think we know that that sound means it's time to switch. So now we're gonna go from being facing the wall to on our backs for another 3 minutes, okay? Give that a switcheroo. I'll put my timer back on and go. About halfway there, a little bit more than halfway left. Okie dokie, it's time to switch again. So now we're gonna go down onto our elbows. Yeah, butts against the wall, slide down. Ready? Here we go, 3 minutes. And go. All right, you guys are done. Excellent job. Hips should feel nice and stretched now. Gently come away from the wall. Breathe. Good job. Okay, we're gonna go into a lunge series. It's different than what we've done in class. Wanted to shake it up a little bit while you guys are at home. So exciting, I know, new lunges. So just follow along. We will do this a bunch of times, so you'll start to get used to it, okay? You can start as we do in class with whichever leg you like. I'm gonna start over here. We're gonna step down into our lunge. Your hands are on the floor. Really try to lengthen your spine. The back of your back leg, you wanna press it up into the ceiling, and your supporting leg wants to be in a nice plie. Bend that leg. Long neck, and make sure you're breathing. And exhale, and inhale. Now as we exhale, let's come up and stretch. Up, and hold it. Really stretch the backs of those legs. I'm a little crooked right now. There we go. And make sure you're breathing. Breathe. Long arms, long necks. And whoa, down into our lunge. Really think about all the energy in your legs. Is your leg nice and straight? Are you looking down the floor? Is your neck long? Now from here, we're gonna come up, arms out, and first position, hold it. Breathe. And reach up and down to that leg. And come up straight. And reach long. Reach that leg nice and long, nice plie. We're gonna come up again, reach our arms out. First position. Belly button in, woo! And reach up. Inhale and down. And stretch back. And plie our back leg a little bit. And straighten it. And back down into our lunge. And first position arms. We didn't go to second this time. And up and down. Now, I want you to turn your supporting leg out. Hands down on the floor, elbows down, and hold it. Nice long spine. Good, hands down and straight up and hold it. Good, nice long legs. Now we're gonna sit up. So our hands are gonna come straight up, our legs are still straight. Arms are for high fifth. I'm crooked, let me face you. So our legs are nice and straight, I'll face the corner. Legs are nice and straight. We're reaching up here, reach up. And now fifth position. Now we're gonna reach back down to our leg. We're gonna keep our arms in fifth position. Over, over. Really keep those arms in fifth position. Try to balance, lock those legs. Good. Hands back down on the floor. Plie your back leg, nice plie. And straighten. And back down to our lunge. Both hands down. Woo, I need to put my hair up. Back down into that lunge. And we're gonna put our back knee down on the floor. And you're gonna reach back and grab that foot. Grab it, and hold it. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Big shout out to Maggie Skip for making our channel banner. She made our virtual classroom graphic. Very nice of her. Love you, Maggie. Arm up here and back up into that lunge. Now back up to straight arms up. High fifth And over down to your leg. Keep those legs nice and locked. Hands back to the floor and hold it. Now we're going to elevate our back leg and hold it. Drop that heel. Now we're going to come up, arms up. We're going to put it all together. Arms up, high fifth, down to the floor. Keep those arms in high fifth. Now we're not touching the floor. Arms are in high fifth. Can you elevate your back leg? Woo! Can I do it? So you want to get to here. Arms in high fifth. And down. Release. Down into your lunge. Good. And put your back knee down, but we're just going to rest just here. See how I'm like here. Now you're going to put your hands on your front knee and you're going to plie forward. Plie forward. You should feel a stretch right. I'm not facing the correct way towards the camera, but towards your opposite, your back leg. Really sink in there. Arms out. Really stretch. And arms up to high fifth. Keep those ribs in. And arms out. Good. Now from here, we're going to slide down into our split. My front foot is so cramped. Point those feet. And hold it nice up and tall. Nice up and tall. Hold it tall. Nicely up and tall. Stretch over towards your leg. And now stretch, arch back. Good, and center, arms out. Arms up. And arms down, relax. Good job. Whew. Now, I'm going to insert a clip of that whole thing again. You're going to repeat it with the opposite leg. Cool? Cool. But don't repeat it again, just repeat it once on each side. Over here, we're going to step down into our lunge. Your hands are on the floor, really try to lengthen your spine. The back of your back leg, you want to press it up into the ceiling, and your supporting leg wants to be in a nice plie. Bend that leg. Long neck, and make sure you're breathing. And exhale, and inhale. Now as we exhale, let's come up and stretch. Up, and hold it. Really stretch the backs of those legs. I'm a little crooked right now. There we go. And make sure you're breathing. Breathe. Long arms, long necks. And whoa, down into our lunge. Really think about all the energy in your legs. Is your leg nice and straight? Are you looking down the floor? Is your neck long? Now from here, we're gonna come up, arms out, and first position, hold it. Breathe, and reach up, and down to that leg. And come up straight. And reach long. Reach that leg nice and long, nice plie. We're gonna come up again, reach your arms out. First position. Belly button in, woo. And reach up. Inhale and down. And stretch back. And plie our back leg a little bit. And straighten it. And back down into our lunge. And first position arms. We didn't go to second this time. And up and down. Now, I want you to turn your supporting leg out. Hands down on the floor, elbows down, and hold it. Nice long spine. and straight up and hold it. Good, nice long legs. Now we're gonna sit up. So our hands are gonna come straight up, our legs are still straight, arms are for high fifth. I'm crooked, let me face you. So our legs are nice and straight, I'll face the corner. Legs are nice and straight, we're reaching up here, reach up. And now fifth position. Now we're gonna reach back down to our leg, we're gonna keep our arms in fifth position. Over, over, really keep those arms in fifth position, try to balance, lock those legs. Good. Hands back down on the floor. Plie your back leg, nice plie. And straighten. And back down to our lunge. Both hands down. Woo, I need to put my hair up. Back down into that lunge. And we're gonna put our back knee down on the floor. And you're gonna reach back and grab that foot. Grab it, and hold it. Hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Big shout out to Maggie Skip for making our channel banner. She made our virtual classroom graphic. Very nice of her. Love you, Maggie. Arm up, here, and back up into that lunge. Now back up to straight arms up. High fifth, and over down to your leg. Keep those legs nice and locked, hands back to the floor and hold it. Now we're gonna elevate our back leg and hold it. Drop that heel. Now we're gonna come up, arms up. We're gonna put it all together. Arms up, high fifth, down to the floor. Keep those arms in high fifth. Now we're not touching the floor, arms are in high fifth. Can you elevate your back leg? Woo! Can I do it? So you wanna get to here. Arms in high fifth, and down, release. Down into your lunge. Good. And put your back knee down, but we're just gonna rest just here. See how I'm like here. Now you're gonna put your hands on your front knee and you're gonna plie forward. Plie forward, you should feel a stretch right. I'm not facing the correct way towards the camera, but towards your your back leg. Really sink in there. Arms out. Really stretch. And arms up to high fifth. Keep those ribs in. And arms out. Good. Now from here, we're going to slide down into our split. My front foot is so cramped. Point those feet. And hold it nice up and tall. Nice up and tall. Hold it tall. Nicely up and tall. Stretch over towards your leg. And now stretch, arch back. Good, and center, arms out. Arms up. And arms down, relax. Good job. Whew. Now, I'm going to insert a clip of that whole thing again. You're going to repeat it with the opposite leg. Cool? Okay, some sautés. We're going to start off pretty basic. We're going to go from first position out to second position. So, like we talk about with our sautés, I pull my pants up. Like we talk about, or like I talk about, and I hope you have it in your brain, that our sautés are super important for training our feet how to leave the floor and return to the floor. When your foot comes off the floor, it has to point right away. I'm lifting my knee up in a funky way, but it's gotta like flick off the floor really strong. You should feel, so if I do it in slow-mo, here, right, this action of your toes should be really strong. Anyway, so we're gonna do 4 sautés in first. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hold our arms in first position, and then we'll come out to second, plie, when my legs just popped, plie here, plie here. When I say plie, I mean second. So we'll go from out, in,
from second to first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, out and in, out and in. Ready? Let's just try that a couple times just to get ourselves a little bit more. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, out and in, out and in. Let's stop. Let me do the correct arms. First position, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now use your arms, use your arms. Good. Really bend and squeeze every time. Let's try it one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and out and in and out and in. Good. I can feel my own feet, my own toes are not grabbing the floor just like I told you guys to do. My feet are cold, like literally cold, not as in they're not warmed up. So they're not working very well, which is a great learning tidbit at competition or before any performance. You gotta make sure your feet are warm. It's so important, because then they'll never point beautifully. All right, now we'll do some changements from 5th position. So let's see, I'm gonna face the back so you can see the proper foot. We're gonna start right now with our right foot in front. Hands are just in on our hips right now. We'll do 4 changements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our right foot's in the front. And we're gonna come out to second, out. And now we're gonna cross, so now my left is gonna come to the front and in, and out, and in. Now from here, when we do our changements, our hands are gonna be on our hips, but I really see how I just went. I really want you to sit up nice and tall when you do this. So let's try it. My hands are gonna be on my hips for my changements, and they're gonna go out and cross when my feet cross, out and cross, out and cross. And then when we repeat it, which we're gonna repeat it, it's gonna go back up here to changement. So let's do 2 sets in a row. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and whoa. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now use your arms and use your arms and lift. 2, 3, 4, and use your arms and use your arms. Good. Now, because we started with the right foot, breathe. We have to do the left foot. So we're going to start with our left foot in front. Same arms. Here we go. Really lock your knees. I feel like my knees are being so lazy. Make sure you really press back in there. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out and in and out and in and up. 2, 3, 4 and out and in and out and in. Whew. How'd you do? Okay? Good job. On to the next thing.
Okay, so here is your clip of what we added on last week to your ballet dance. I'm just sticking it in here to kind of keep it fresh in your mind. But next week we will spend a lot of time on the choreography. Okay? Good luck. Good job. Good luck. Good job. Godspeed.
We have 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Balancing 1, 2, 3, 4. Student 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Run 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit back. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Wonderful. How did you do?